Welcome back to The Source. Our guest today, Plastic Credit Exchange founder and president, Nanette Medved-Po. Nanette, it's so good to have you again. Welcome back to The Source.
Thank you, Pinky, for having me.
All right, after Hope in a Bottle, now you have this PCX or Plastic Credit Exchange. And obviously, this is your way to address the perennial problem of plastic waste pollution, where the Philippines, unfortunately, is said to be one of the world's largest contributors. When and how was this conceived?
Oh, this was conceived years ago. As you know, Hope in a Bottle, our water product is served in a plastic bottle. And everyone in the company felt very strongly that if we wanted to continue in this space, we couldn't try and help solve a problem in education by creating another in the environment. And so we took it upon ourselves to really look for a solution to neutralize our own plastic footprint. When we eventually did, we were
Yeah.
very excited, not so much for ourselves, no, but because Hope is a small player in a low margin business, the fact that we could do it meant that others can do it. And so we wanted to share the good news. So we shared the good news in January of
Eh,
2019. And since then, so many companies have reached out to us to ask us how we could help them in their own sustainability goals. And PCX was born.
And I know that you partnered with the local government of Manila, I believe very recently. So tell us how it's implemented and what's happening there.
Yes, so our partnership with Mayor Isko in Manila, that was a very likely partnership because he ran on a campaign of cleaning up basura, no, in Manila. So what we did is we offered to expand our Alingtindera network, establish it in Manila. And so, Isko immediately agreed. This is a waste to cash program. We work with women, micro entrepreneurs who are sari store owners. We provide them with a container van and some other implements for them to be able to collect plastic waste from the community and pay for it. So it's a wonderful thing, especially now, no, with such high unemployment due to the COVID crisis, that people can not only make some money cleaning up, making our environment better, but also hopefully augment their income a little bit. And so the mayor is a big partner in this in Manila.
I remember an interview, Nanette, I believe it was with the Inquirer, that you said that plastic is really not the enemy. It's just, us. We don't know what to do with it and where to bring it.
Yeah, I mean, certainly we advocate for any reduction, if possible, in the use of plastic. Right? That's a given. We also advocate for reusing, recycling. The three R's as much as possible. That's always the preference. But unfortunately, like in a country. Developing countries like the Philippines, we're a sachet economy because so much of the population is poor, it's very difficult to reuse, recycle, or reduce any of that. No, so we do have a lot of residual plastic waste. It would be anti-poor to remove these sorts of waste to deliver products to the market. So what we did is we said, well, how can we clean up that waste, use it as a resource recovery, a domestic resource recovery to fuel environmentally compliant processors like our partners, so that we're cleaning up the environment as well as not penalizing the poor at the same time.
Absolutely. And, unfortunately, with this pandemic, the desire to actually ban or even restrict the use or the single use plastic is somehow put in the back burner because of the situation we're in. How has this so far affected this cause of yours?
Yes, certainly. So this is not just a problem in the Philippines. Globally, countries are rolling back their single-use plastic bans out of safety concerns, which is very understandable. However, that's creating an incredible burden on the environment, and we're very fortunate that many companies, the people that usually get a little bit of a bad rap for plastic pollution, are actually very aggressive in wanting to make sure that they're part of the solution. So we are working with, both domestic companies and multinational companies who are, despite COVID, really interested in making sure that they do their part to clean up plastic waste. The COVID crisis, though, has created a new problem with PPE. No, that's not something we're able to address immediately because it's considered medical or hazardous waste. But we are able to address the other types of waste, especially residual waste.
As I mentioned during the early part of our interview, first it was hope in a bottle, and then now you have plastic credit exchange. What is next for you? You don't stop.
Uh, well, there's a lot of work to do in the plastic space, no, and as well as in the education space. So I don't think that we should be looking to expand our horizons further. I think we should just look, or at least diversify. I think we should be looking really more to just scaling up both operations. We have 100 classrooms already. We're working on classroom 103 right now, so we're very excited. The education gap is also a huge problem now that we're trying to move everything online. That would exacerbate the education gap. So we're working hard to see if we can't help DepEd address this issue. But with the plastic as well, we want to make sure that we not only help Philippine companies but global companies clean up. And I'm pretty sure that
Right.
the Filipinos are up to the challenge.
Thank you for your love for Filipinos and your love for the environment, Nanette Medved-Po. I hope to speak to you again sometime soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Pinky.
And thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.